It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. The combination of 100-degree heat and high humidity will keep heat risk at major to extreme levels over the mid-Atlantic to southern New England through tomorrow, as well as over portions of the Ohio Valley. Triple-digit heat will be replaced by damp and cooler weather over the Central Plains, but will continue over the Pacific Northwest into the desert Southwest and Southern Plains. A cold front will bring areas of heavy rain and strong to severe thunderstorms from the Central Plains into the Midwest and lower Great Lakes, all the way into the interior Northwest over the next few days. Closer to home, mostly dry conditions with very warm temperatures will continue. A few showers and storms could occur over portions of the southwestern part of the state, while the rest of the state remains dry. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. On June 25th, after 11 p.m., an Otero County Sheriff's deputy responded to a welfare check on 17-year-old Elijah Hadley. On released video of the incident, you can hear the deputy asking Hadley what he's doing on Highway 70. As Hadley approaches, he throws down what looks to be a gun. The deputy then shot Hadley 4 times, and Hadley collapses to the ground. The unnamed deputy informs OSCO that he is unharmed. As the deputy awaits for backup, he can be heard telling Hadley to not move. The 17-year-old has been on the ground more than 3 minutes until shots are fired once again. Hadley was then shot more than 15 times as he lay on the ground, injured. Following another 5 minutes, the deputy can be heard breathing heavily, still awaiting for deputies to arrive. Otero County deputies arrive at 11:23 to offer aid. The deputy checked Hadley's body for a pulse. Turns out the gun in question was an airsoft pistol. New Mexico State Police are currently investigating this incident, which is also being shared with the district attorney. For the time being, the identity of the Otero County deputy will not be shared as the investigation continues. Communities around New Mexico came together to lend a hand to the village of Ruidoso following fires and floods. However, the village is now saying they have enough help for the time being. Officials say because of the overwhelming support, they're currently at capacity for monetary donations and unaffiliated volunteers. They stated the immediate needs of residents displaced from homes are being fulfilled by several organizations and other community partners. The village also claimed that if more donations are needed in the future, a list will be developed and publicized. Additionally, the village is offering residents a place to dispose of flood debris on their property. Residents are encouraged to bring natural debris, this means wood, rocks, and vegetation, to the Grindstone Canyon Road just before the intersection of Carrizo Canyon Road. The village said they're going to haul away the debris from there. The location is only for natural flood debris. This is not a dump site for demolition material. The public is still reeling after the New Mexico Public Education Commission held a public input hearing in Alamogordo this past Thursday at the Sergeant Willie Estrada Memorial Civic Center regarding the Sacramento School of Engineering and Science Charter School. Now, while I agree that we need to do something, is this it? I don't know. As a libertarian, I can see both sides of this issue are wrong. We need to do something to get out of 51st place. I don't think anyone can question that. But government isn't the answer. It's the problem. At the same time, not doing anything leaves us in 51st place. In my opinion, the answer lies in the free market, but we're going to save that argument for another day. We did hear from Joanne Vullo from LULAC and her comments about the charter school.
This charter school is not a means to promote STEM curriculum because the Alamogordo High School has had a program in place for some time. This charter school is a way for those homeschooled children to have their own high school paid for with public funds. This reeks of segregation. The sibling advantage will prevent a real lottery, and minority students will be at a disadvantage. The Planning Committee has a known bias to CRT, minority inclusion, and public education standards.
The next step is for the commissioners to present follow-up questions to the applicant for further comment. In mid-August, a vote will be held to approve or reject the previously submitted application. Public comment is accepted until 5 p.m. today and can be emailed to charter.schools@ped.nm.gov. White Sands Mitchell Range announces there's going to be a road closure today.
This block will take place at 12:20 p.m. and last approximately 1 hour. The block is at Blue Block, mile marker 172, 2 miles east of Owen Road exit, and at Yellow Block, mile marker 200, adjacent to the White Sands National Park. Nike Avenue will be affected by this block.
Remember, road closures are subject to change without notice. The Tularosa Neighborhood Watch continues to improve life in the village.
We've actually been able to thwart at least 3 breaking and entering situations and have people arrested. And we've managed to shut down 4 drug houses.
Rusty Hilton speaking with Crazy Radio. Tularosa Neighborhood Watch has a meeting happening this evening.
We're going to have it 6:30 at the old Tularosa Cafe on Granado.
More details are on Facebook. The Republican Party of Otero County presents Ruidoso Mayor Lynn Crawford for a community update happening on Thursday, July 25th at 6 p.m. at the new RPOC headquarters located inside White Sands Mall. Fourth Friday is also occurring on July 26th. Live music from Rockabilly Strangers at Washington Park from 6 until 10. Admission is free. Alcohol is prohibited. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
A body was found in the desert area of Sunland Park yesterday. Officials with the Sunland Park Fire Department assisted the U.S. Border Patrol and Donna Ana County Sheriff's deputies in the recovery. The body was found by Border Patrol agents around noon. The identity of the person has not been released. Several people have been taken into custody after an alleged armed robbery attempt over the weekend in Santa Fe. A victim told the Santa Fe Police Department they were robbed at gunpoint and then 5 people involved left in a vehicle. Police then used a drone to locate that vehicle. It was found and a total of 5 people were arrested. The robbery incident is still an active police investigation. Following the arrest, police said there is no danger to the public. The initial police response occurred around 1:20 p.m. on Sunday. An investigation is currently underway after the Metropolitan Detention Center said a Bernalillo County inmate passed away while in custody. 35-year-old Cassandra Yazzie, who was booked into the MDC on Saturday, was in a detox unit when she was discovered to be in distress during a wellness check. Life-saving measures were initiated, but Yazzie was pronounced dead just before 9:30 Saturday morning. Court records show that Yazzie was booked into the MDC after failing to report to probation authorities earlier this month. MDC is reviewing video footage that shows the wellness check, and the New Mexico Office of the Medical Investigator is looking into the cause of death. We're days away from the special session on public safety, and tension in the roundhouse is brewing. Democratic lawmakers held a news conference yesterday stating that it's a waste of time and taxpayer dollars to hold the special session at this point. Leading Democratic lawmakers at New Mexico State Capitol took a moment yesterday afternoon to applaud the governor.
We appreciate the important issues that the governor has raised in calling this special session, particularly around the nexus of behavioral health care and public safety.
Speaker of the House, Representative Javier Martinez.
Unfortunately, what several weeks of these meetings and conversations have also shown us is that the proposed policies are not the kind of meaningful solutions that we need right now.
Now, this is in opposition to what the governor stated last week. Lawmakers have been given months to go over this proposed legislation. The proposals include changes to the court system regarding commitment and mental competency, increased penalties for felons with guns, making it illegal to stand on certain kinds of medians on busy roads, and requiring data sharing from law enforcement and other agencies across the state. Leaders of the Democratic House and Senate says there is no consensus on these bills.
It is true that they have been very clear that they don't want this. I can't understand it. I find it to be unconscionable. I want New Mexicans to be safer.
Meanwhile, Senate and House Republicans are ready to get to work and even want to introduce more bills during the special session. Both Alec Baldwin and Hannah Gutierrez-Reed were charged with involuntary manslaughter in Helena Hutchins' death. Gutierrez-Reed was found guilty this past March, and this past Friday, Baldwin's case was dismissed by the judge after she said the prosecution showed misconduct. Jason Bowles, Gutierrez Reed's defense attorney, spoke with KRQE.
The trials have to be fair, first and foremost in this country, and the state was not playing fair, and the judge rightfully threw it out.
New defense presented on Thursday in the courtroom showed that Troy Teskey, that's a friend of Reed's father, turned in live ammunition that may have matched the round that killed Hutchins. The defense said this wasn't something they were aware of.
Those rounds, I asked forever for the state to test. Miss Morrissey told me she would be getting those rounds from Mr. Teskey through law enforcement in Arizona. She never went and got them.
Now Bowles plans to file a motion to dismiss Gutierrez Reed's case and have her immediately released.
We will be filing a motion to dismiss Hannah's case and for her immediate release. This is a pattern of misconduct. The trials have to be fair.
As for the prosecution, well, it's up to the judge to decide whether there will be repercussions. Expanded treatment for opioid addiction is now available in New Mexico. More now from Roz Brown.
The state's Department of Health is offering medication-assisted treatment for opioid use disorder in 4 regions around the state. Josh Swadek directs the department's harm reduction program and says medication to treat the addiction should help reduce opioid cravings.
This is really designed to help reach some of the most rural communities, to really create a safety net so folks have options for substance use treatment in their local communities.
Swadek says more than 2 million people in the U.S. have an opioid use disorder. New Mexico previously offered outpatient disorder treatment in Las Cruces, Albuquerque, and Roswell, but has now expanded treatment to 30 public health offices. He says in 2022, the state recorded slightly more than 700 deadly opioid overdoses. Swadek says his department is focused on harm reduction, acknowledging that people use drugs for a variety of reasons, but can also live healthy, self-directed, and purpose-filled lives by adopting specific strategies. He says research shows people are 5 times more likely to enter substance treatment programs and 3.5 times more likely to succeed if they have first participated in harm reduction programs.
We're working closely with the New Mexico Department of Corrections. They're going to be required to offer substance use treatment as well in their facilities so that when folks are discharged, there's a plan. So no matter where they are in New Mexico, we can hopefully continue their treatment in a public health office as need be.
Swadek says those struggling with addiction often are stigmatized by their community, and harm reduction programs can minimize risks until they're ready to take steps toward treatment or recovery. He says some patients have told researchers that telehealth has helped them have a greater sense of autonomy and control over their treatment. I'm Roz Brown reporting.
Weather's coming up next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, Sunny Harris with Animal Village NM. We all know that most pets are terrified during evacuations. So please keep your pets safe inside your home so they don't escape. Don't let your dog or cat be one of millions who will escape in fear and end up dead or in animal control facilities during fire season, which will quickly overflow and start euthanizing to make space. Contact your city administration office in advance in case you have to be evacuated. Find out who's taking in families with their pets during fires. Prepare your vehicle with room for your cat and dog crates. Have your blankets, water, food for you and your pets packed, and clothing packed and ready. Have your pet crates ready by the door, and give your pets CBD or other calming medications ahead of time to make it easy to load them and evacuate with them immediately. This is an emergency message from Animal Village NM.
Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting as high as 13 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a 20% chance for showers and storms. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a 40% chance for showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 99, with a low tonight of 72. High tomorrow, 96 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today with a 30% chance for showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 16 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a 20% chance for showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 16. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a 60% chance for showers and storms. New precipitation amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Winds gusting as high as 16 miles per hour. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 78. Low tonight of 54, high tomorrow 75 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.